I finally got ATP. Hallelujah. This video is just going to be, I think, answering the questions that y'all asked on my last video. I know it's been like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but I wanted to get it out before some of y'all went to basic, try to help y'all. So, I'm just go down the line of questions. I haven't really thought about them before, so I don't know how that's going to go, but just work with me here. First question, did you pack enough? Would you change anything about what you packed? I packed enough. I actually packed too much clothes. Because I got there at I think it was 12:31 in the morning, and then we got our clothes that day, or our uniforms that day, so I didn't need any of the extra clothes, but I know some people waited a few days afterwards, so I wouldn't change that. I mean, because they put it in storage anyway. Word of advice, bring watts, bring your week's worth of underwear and bras and stuff like that, because there were people that just brought enough, the few days worth of underwear and stuff like that, and you don't wash clothes for the first time until that weekend, and you get there on a Tuesday, so everyone has a butt pile of laundry and they're running out, so some people had to either go buy more, which I kind of suggest you do that so you can fold them easier, fold your underwear and stuff easier, but some people were just running out of stuff. So I'm glad I brought 8 pairs of underwear and all that crap. What would I have changed about anything I packed? I would have brought my straight iron and my makeup. I didn't bring crap like that because I knew I wasn't going to be able to use it. However, although we couldn't wear our makeup, and even though our instructor did let us wear our makeup when we took our pictures, I'm glad I bring it. But you can straighten your hair. You're allowed to have flat irons. At least we were. Then again, my instructor was cool as crap. But if you want to take stuff like that and you want to look good for graduation, I go ahead and suggest you take it instead of having it shipped to you. And even if you're not allowed to have it, they'll just take it and put it in your civilian luggage and lock it up. So I suggest taking your stuff. Whatever you want. I guess I don't know really what else that I would pack. Do not buy new shoes when you go to basic training. Do not do it. I was thinking about buying new shoes, and my crew was like, no, because you're going to get issued them anyway. Yeah, you can buy their shoes, but they will get so messed up from, because you run on a red, or, no, you don't really run on a red thing, but one of the pads that you work out on is red, and it gets all over your freaking shoes. So your shoes are going to be messed up by the time you leave there. So don't even go ahead and spend $100 on new shoes. There's no point. How was your day-to-day life at basic, and what did you do during graduation weekend? My day-to-day, it's different depending on what week you're in. You wake up at 4:45 every morning. Some people said that their instructors made them get up earlier. But ours didn't. You wake up, you go PT Monday through Saturday. That lasts until about 5:30, 5:45. You either go eat breakfast, shower, make your beds, do details, which is either your laundry crew or you're the latrine crew, or you're a phaser like I was, which you clean the bays, you clean the dorm. You do that. Then, depending on what week you're in, you'll most likely go to class or go to your appointments or whatever you got to do. Then you have chow between 10 to 12 or something like that. Then you either go back to class or whatever, and then you go eat chow again, and then at night you do a shower. You do details again and crap like that. I don't know. It really depends on what week you're in of training, depending on what you do from day to day. But just know that you will do PT Monday through Saturday every week, unless you have an appointment or something like that. Graduation weekend, we had our coin ceremony and retreat, or is that the same thing? Our Airman's Run and coin ceremony and retreat on Thursday. So you have base liberty, so you have to stay on base. Well, I just did because my parents had a hotel on base, so I just went to their hotel room and hung out. Friday, what did I do Friday? Friday was graduation. I had, of course, Town Pass. I went to the Riverwalk and to the mall. The Riverwalk was absolutely gorgeous. I suggest going there. Saturday, I went to SeaWorld. Sunday, I had Town Pass again because my flight had gotten Warrior Flight and top female PT flight, so we had an extra day of Town Pass on Sunday, so I just went out to eat and went back to my parents' hotel room. Beast Week, or someone asked if I can make a video about Beast Week. I'm going to just go ahead and sum that up. That week was the most awful thing of my life. I freaking hated it. Oh my god, I hated it. You'll find out there, you have flag conditions. And it goes from like white to yellow to green to red to black, I think. And black is the hottest it can be. It's like over 90 degrees or whatever. And you're not allowed to march. You're not allowed to do anything pretty much when it's black flag. So every single day of Beast Week, it was black flag. And they would literally not change the flag conditions, so we had to do our eval. You get evaluated on you'll find out what FEST is, but on your FEST stuff and your SABC stuff. SABC is self-aid and buddy care, like how you take care of wounds, and FEST is like pretty much like a base guard, like an entry controller pretty much for the base. You get evaluated on that crap. So you sleep in tents. I was in Vigilant, so we had like one good tent, and of course I wasn't in it. And the first night I was there, we got in the tent that had no AC. So it was like 100 degrees in our tent. So the next night we had to move. But the first night there was a scorpion in my tent. Oh my god. It was freaking awful. But it was so hot. And all of the girls were in our zone. And so you wake up, you go PT, you do all your little exercise things. It goes exercise, exercise, exercise. Alarm red, mop 3, whatever. So you have to wear mop gear, which is, well, first you're wearing your ABUs and your boots. So you're already freaking hot as crap. And then you have on another pair of like uniforms, and you have on your gas mask. Oh, it was so hot. Oh my god, it was so hot. You have to go to the hardened shelter, and it's like that much more hotter down there. And it was just, it sucked. I think it would have been fun if it wasn't so hot, but it was freaking scorching. Oh my god. But you get your dog tags on Friday, so that was pretty cool. And then you get to go like to like this little simulated village thing on Friday too. That was pretty fun, other than it being extremely hot. I don't know, Beast isn't that bad, but like it was too hot for us. It really was. Like you got in the shower, and as soon as you stepped out of the shower, you were literally sweating again. It sucked. Do you think you changed as a person? Also, did you need everything you packed for BMT? As far as I changed as a person, I think I definitely I became a lot more appreciative of stuff. Like, I see all these people complaining about having to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, in the military, or at BMT, you don't have a say on whether you want to sleep in till 6 o'clock. You get up every morning when they tell you to get up. You eat when they tell you to eat. You wear what they tell you to wear. So it definitely became more of an eye-opener to me. It made me more appreciative of, being able to eat and sleep pretty much when I wanted to. I think it gave me a little bit more patience, but at the same time, no. Did I need everything I packed for BMT? No, I didn't need all my clothes, and I didn't need my socks that I packed. But everything else, yeah, I needed because I packed the right things. Like, I made sure I brought stuff that I was going to need. So, your job translates into a hearty civilian salary. Keep that in mind with the comptroller. Yeah, that had nothing to do with that. Okay. See. Talking about, have you ever heard of someone failing basic because they couldn't meet their physical requirements? You cannot fail out of basic. You can't do it. You either get sent back home and they bring you back, or you get discharged. So you cannot fail out of BMT. I told y'all that I didn't run before I went to BMT. Like, I legit did not run. I didn't even run like once a week. That was probably the most I ran, and it was only for like 10 minutes. So do not worry about if you're out of shape. They know you're out of shape. It's their job to make you physically fit. You will work out 6 days a week. You'll run 3, and you will do like strength training the other 3. They are going to make you run for 30 minutes straight. They're going to make you exercise and build up your strength. Don't even worry about it. There was a girl in my flight that got recycled because she couldn't meet like the 4th week PT standards. They'll just recycle you. So that's the worst thing that's going to happen, is they're going to recycle you. I wouldn't even worry about not meeting them. I thought that was my biggest concern, was the PT and being out of shape. I did absolutely fine. So I say just don't even worry about it. They're going to get you in shape. It's their job. So you said you ran a lot in basic training. How often was it? Every day? And for how long and distance? You do run a lot in BMT. You run, depending on what squadron you're in, like I ran Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. You have like this big circular type piece of concrete type thing that have lines, and you're either a red belt, which is the worst, a yellow belt, a green belt, and then a blue belt. Blue belt's the best, red's the worst. So you run 3 days out of the week. It's like for 30 minutes straight. You have 15 minutes of self-paced, or not self-paced, yes, of pace. Like, you have like an instructor guiding you, and you're like, everyone's running at once behind the instructor. They're setting the pace. 10 minutes of self-pace, which you run by yourself, like you get to determine the pace. And then you have 5 minutes of sprints. But with the sprints, you sprint for 30 seconds, then walk for 30 seconds, sprint for 30 seconds, then walk for 30 seconds. So, I mean, you run a lot, and it sucks. Freaking sucked. But I hate running, so, I mean, if you like running, you know, you're probably going to have fun, but I wouldn't. Well, I gotta move it so I can read the question. How to prepare yourself as much as possible. Honestly, to prepare yourself as much as possible for BMT, like, I would just say try to get physically fit. I mean, if you're not, fine, whatever. But like I said, they're going to get you in shape. So don't even think that you're probably going to get sent home because you can't run. No, they're going to make you do it. So I wouldn't even worry about that. But I would say go ahead and try to get yourself in shape so you can focus on what you need to focus on instead of worrying about PT. So, but what to take to BMT? I would say just take what you want to take. Like, it really doesn't matter what you take. Then again, my instructor was cool as crap, like I said, but it really does not matter what they take. They're either going to throw it away, which that's only, like, stuff that you're, like, really, really not supposed to have. They're not going to throw away your underwear if it's, like, hot pink. They're not going to do that. They're just going to stick it in your civilian luggage. So, I say just take what you want. But remember, if you do that, you have to carry all that stuff when you leave. You have to carry your duffel bag. You're only allowed 3 items when you leave basic training. So, just remember that. And that duffel bag that you have to carry is like 80, 90 pounds. So, Was there a minimum of push-up and sit-ups when you first get to the base? There is. I think for females, if you're under 30, it's like you have to do a minimum of 5 push-ups in a minute, a minimum of 10 sit-ups. I think it's 10. Yeah, 10 sit-ups in a minute. And then for your run time, it's like 21 minutes. Like, you can walk a mile and a half in 21 minutes. So, that's your minimum for when you first get there. And even if, by the off chance that you don't make those requirements when you first get there, they can send you to remedial PT, which I think they like PT on Saturday or some kind of crap like that. It's just like extra training for PT. Were you able to speak to your family while at BMT? I was, you get a call when you first get there that night, or it's supposed to be within 72 hours of when you first get there, and that's just long enough for you to give them your address. That whole thing of you getting to call every week in BMT, that's history. They quit that a few months before I went in. You get to call when you first get there, during your 4th week, and during your 7th week. So I talked to them the 4th week for 15 minutes and 7th week for 30 minutes. That was the only time I got to talk to them. It sucked, but I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. They say that some instructors give phone calls, like if your flight's really good. Mine didn't do that. Mine was not that kind of instructor. So, someone asks, will it be okay if they can only do like 5 push-ups? I'm not the strongest runner either. I'm really worried about the push-ups. I don't want to get recycled or discharged. Like I said, as long as you can do 5 push-ups in 1 minute, you're good. Running, they're going to make you run, so don't worry about getting recycled, or you can get recycled, but just push yourself. Like, that's really all you got to do to get better. I don't know. I'm reading the questions. I'm sorry. How is the weather? I'm heading there October 8th. The weather. Oh my god. Like, me being from South Carolina, and it being in the summer, like 95, 100 degrees, with 100% humidity. You know, I'm used to that. I'm good. Like, you sweat out there, I'm fine. Texas weather, they say it's dry heat. It's dry heat. Yeah, it is. It's a completely different kind of heat. But I hated it. Like, it was freaking awful. I sweated my butt off there. Like, just be prepared to sweat constantly. You literally just feel constantly the sweat just dripping down your back. It was so nasty. But yeah, it's hot as crap there. But since whoever is going in October 8th, it's not that bad. It shouldn't be that bad, but then again, I didn't go there in October. Do I have to score good on mechanical, administrative, and electrical part to get in the Air Force stuff? Because all I'm going to do is general. Mechanical, administrative, and electrical, I don't think so, no. I don't know. I don't remember how the ASVAB works. Have I been assigned to my first duty station? Yes, I have. I'm sorry, I haven't told y'all about that. My first duty station is Herbert Field, Florida. I listed all Southeast bases on my my dream list, in which Herbert Field wasn't on there. But I'm literally right on the beach, so I'm happy about that. And I'm under the 8 hours away from home, so I can go home on the weekend and still not have to take leave. So that's freaking awesome. Alright, last question, and then I'll have to do another video. How was the gas chamber? That was really fast too. Time went back up. Time might have by quick for you, but it didn't for me. No, I'm just kidding. It did go by really fast. But the gas chamber, that was the worst day of BMT for me. It honestly was. Like, you have to wear your mop gear and your gas mask and all that stuff on top of your ABUs, just like you do at Beast. But my group was the last group to go in, so by that time, the stuff was already at its strongest. So when you first get in there, like, they make you do, like, this kind of crap like that, and then, like, you have to do, like, 10 jumping jacks or something like that, and you're, like, all surrounded against the walls, and the gas stuff, the tear gas is, like, right in the middle. So they make you do all that crap. They make you loosen up your mask, like, back there, take it off, and then you have to say your reporting statement. You're not going to get it out. Pretty much all you're going to get out is, like, sir, yeah. But you have to say your reporting statement. Yeah, it was awful. Because people in my group, when you got done, you had to put your gas mask against your chest, or you were not getting let out. So, someone in there decided that they did not want to put their gas mask against their chest. So we stayed in there for like an extra 15-20 seconds longer, because that freaking retard, whatever you want to call him, I don't want to say retard, I don't want to offend anyone, that stupid behind person didn't want to put his gas mask to his chest. That stuff was awful. Like, you can't see, obviously, it's tear gas for a reason. You're literally crying. There's snot coming out of your mouth and your nose, and it's just, the smell of it is absolutely horrible. And then you walk out with your arms, like, in a T, and you can't touch your face or anything like that, and it sucked. Oh my god, it sucked. Ew. Worst day of my life. But I'll have to make another video, because this one ran really long. Yeah. So I'll make another one soon. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.